Hey everyone, thanks for checking back in. You've caught us climbing up Kendrick's Mountain with our bus friends Gordon and Shay. Check out what we've been up to over these last 3 weeks. Shay and Gordon, who are from South Africa, don't see snow often, so this was exciting for them.
This is very exciting, yeah.
Awesome.
And we're gonna keep hiking to the peak.
Makes it all worth it, though.
Oh yeah, the view's always worth the hike. So we made it to the top, and we think we can see the Grand Canyon in this direction. Out at the second ridge right there, we think that's the north rim of the Grand Canyon. And you can't see the south rim because it's closer to us, but the canyon is in between those two lines of mountains in that direction.
So I thought it'd be a great idea to go exploring down this forest road, and it wasn't too bad at first. And then there was one rocky section, which we got through, and then it cleared up. Then we came across another rocky section, and we're stuck.
So this rock is wedged between the truck, the ground, and the exhaust, and we can't go forward or backwards at the moment.
We got the rock out. We don't hear anything wrong with the exhaust pipe at the moment. Hopefully everything is all good.
After climbing the second tallest peak in Arizona, we decided we need to summit the tallest one. So we camped at the trailhead and got an excellent sunset before we went to sleep. Morning everyone, we're here with our bus Olive. They're parked back there, and we're gonna go on an epic hike today. We're gonna hike up Mount Humphreys, which is the tallest peak in Arizona. It's like 12,600 feet. We parked right at the base of it overnight, and we're getting ready to hike up that monster behind me. Hopefully you can see it pretty well. So we've come up like 1,000 feet. We're on our way up the mountain, and we can see the mountain that we hiked 2 days ago across the way, and we think we're about level with it elevation-wise at the moment. We're at the first lookout. The trail turns by this huge boulder field, and the view is just incredible out there. How you feeling, Sam?
Feeling good.
Gordon, Shay, feeling good?
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Come on, out the way.
So we're making our way up. You can see some ski lifts over there, and that's actually not the peak. The peak we are climbing up to is somewhere in that direction. So we're getting close to the end of the trees and up onto the ridge.
Down by that patch of pavement is where our homes are parked.
Oh yeah! Dude. Holy crap! We've made it up to the saddle, which is just an incredible spot on the mountain, and the peak is up over there. So we're getting there. Just gonna be cold and exposed for this last mile or so of hiking.
It's up here.
Show off the sign, Sam.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we made it to the top.
12,633 feet.
And you can see the Grand Canyon. You can see what we did yesterday. You can see Shay making her own video, because, you know, we do all this for the YouTube credit, obviously. Nothing else, you know?
All right, so we decided we needed beers at the top of this hike because of how epic it was going to be and how high we were going up. And we realized there was snow. So we brought our colander, filled it with snow, put the beers in it.
Now they're on ice. Look how freaking bougie we are.
Thank you.
Look at
On
the view.
the top of a mountain. Just look at that view.
That is so pristine.
Oh, yeah. Putting the sticker on the geocache on top of the mountain. We had a blinker go out. I mean, you know, it's unsafe to drive without a blinker, so we went to replace it, and in the replacing of it, I cracked a plastic bit that holds the whole blinker apparatus in place. So we're hoping our handy dandy super glue will hold together this plastic, which it already is without me holding it, so I think we'll be all right.
All right, we are in Payson, Arizona, and we went on all trails to find some hiking nearby, and we came across this one. starts in a cul-de-sac, so it was a little iffy at first, but we found the trailhead, we started hiking, and then we came across no trespassing signs. So
we're just kind of wandering away from them, staying in the access to the national forest that we found between the development. But there's some nice big piles of rocks in here, so I think I'll go climb up that one.
So this wasn't today's plan, but we were here at the tire shop, Big O Tires in Payson, Arizona. And Birdie's getting new tires. Woo-hoo. She needs them so badly. Look at these new tires. How much tread there is on them now. Birdie can go anywhere. Or maybe not. So what are we doing today?
We're fixing one of our most unorganized cabinets. So this one, it's got some bins and stuff, but we really just stack everything on top of each other. So we're thinking if we create some shelves inside, we can make it a little more ergonomical and less stuff will fall on top of me when I go to get a plate out. So we got some scrap wood left over from fixing our ceiling, and we found a piece of plywood in this parking lot that is obviously scrap, and we're going to use it to build our shelves. The plan is to be able to house some water bottles up here now and all the bowls on top of it. Then we'll have our white bins up top here and all our plates and stuff down in this section. So we're just splitting this into 4 different cubbies. So we got our free piece of plywood here that we found in a dumpster down behind the Harbor Freight we're working at this month. We're going to use all materials we already had in the truck plus this, so we're building it completely for free. All we need is these little squares at the end, so we're avoiding all the stained parts of the wood and just going to take a couple little blocks from the end. We'll be all set.
And we don't have a ruler in the truck, so a handy dandy cutting board coming in hot as a straight edge.
All right, so we changed our plans. We originally made a bunch of these little blocks to hold up our shelves. Then I realized I had these little metal brackets lying around left over from the electrical part of this project. And this is something that I learned from my dad that can be a blessing and a curse. Don't throw any construction material out. You can sometimes reuse it, but most of the time it's just clutter. But on that sweet, sweet moment when it's not clutter and you have to build something out of it, it's all worth it. So these little leftover clips are making the job even better. Ready to see the final product?
Ta-da!
So many new spaces and cubbies to fit all our stuff. And before we didn't have the water bottles up here, but now we got room for those as well. So productive afternoon, and since we used some scrap wood we found behind this Harbor Freight, everything was free. Cost us $0, unlike the tires yesterday, which cost us many dollars. With this Arizona heat, it was crucial to find some swimming holes. And here in Payson, we found some excellent ones. Since we're in Payson for this job, we are in a spot long enough to get some Amazon Dropbox shipments, and we got some things that we're very excited for. I got 2 new ice trays, so now I have 3 ice trays, and I will have so much cold water, so I'm super excited. And Sam got
Fake plants, so that I can decorate the back of the truck a little bit better.
Obviously my purchase is way more practical and exciting because ice water is my life. And Sam's just got some silk plants. Silk plant lady.
For Jacob's birthday, we drove down to Phoenix to celebrate and watch Liverpool play in the Champions League final. birthday man and his donut. What you doing?
Sleeping. What's up, everyone? So it's beautiful out here. It's a little windy. We're up here in Sedona enjoying some beautiful views of the Red Rocks. We just spent about a week down in Payson. We're working for the Harbor Freight. We've been on the road for about a year now and needed a little more money, so we found a seasonal gig to help them open up a brand new store. So it was a good 10 days of work, and now we have this to enjoy to rest and recuperate.
It has been a minute since we have gone hiking.
The Devil's Bridge that we were standing on is right there. You can see that crack in the rock and the arched bridge formations on the left side. You can't even tell it's there until you're on top of it. Day 2 in Sedona. We got an earlier start on our hike because it is really hot here. We're out here hiking to the Birthing Cave. It's a neat rock formation that we're excited to check out, and we're almost there. But if you look behind me, you can see that line of rocks, that ridge. We believe over to the left of it, in between the two peaks, is where the Devil's Bridge was yesterday. Now we're gonna go check out the Birthing Cave, so let's go. We checked out the Birthing Cave and we were a little disappointed that it didn't look like it did on Instagram. I think we got tricked by some fancy camera magic. So we kept exploring up the hill to try to find what we had envisioned as the Birthing Cave, what we saw online, and it doesn't exist. But what we did find, which is really cool, is an archaeological site. This is the remnants of a cliff dwelling, which is really cool. And a lot of them are a little more protected and fenced off, and you can't get as close as you can to this one. So cool little find. So it's like unescapably hot in Arizona. So we found this beautiful little creek on Flowing Spring Road, put a hammock up for Sam across it, and I'm just gonna sit in the water and hang out here all day.
Our time in Arizona is coming to an end. There's still plenty of the state that we haven't seen, so we'll be back when it's cooler weather to check that out. Subscribe to see our vlogs every 2 weeks.